Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today, I'm going to be reviewing this fella, Marstons EPA, and it's their English Pale Ale, 3.6% and usually available for £1. So at most of the big supermarkets at £1. Let's give it a pour. Oh, first day back at work on full hours. It didn't get too bad really in the sense of things, but so golden pour, big white head, good lacing around the edge. Nice subtle aroma to it. And what does it say here? It's got basically somebody used to be a hot picker or something. Subtle citrus flavours and delicate bitter aftertaste. And I did say it was subtle, didn't I? Flavour. Sometimes a lower alcohol beer is a good thing, because obviously if you've had too much the day before, and you know, it's nice, like a bit of hair of the dog without being too much hair and too much dog. Now, as we know, Marstons, famous for pedigree, probably one of the best beers in the UK. And with it being bottle conditioned these days, to me the flavour seems better than it used to be. Other Marstons beers, well, obviously Marstons own quite a few breweries. Witchwood, Eagle Brewery, McEwen's comes under them, Jennings, yeah, so quite a range of breweries. And I'm sure they even make Man's Brown Ale as well. And Banks, I'm sure they come under. And you know, because on Facebook they're doing this like virtual pub thing, and it's all the Marstons brands all together advertising the exact same thing. So, kind of gives the game away. Marstons also do beers for supermarkets as well. Like for Sainsbury's, some of their Taste the Difference range. Must be something on my roof. I hope so. I hate the noises sometimes this shed makes. It freaks me out. So yeah, obviously there's a subtle citrus taste to it, but you know, it's been a while since I've had this, and I can't remember reviewing it before either. But not a bad pint really. Obviously it's priced to go at £1, or just over £1, £1.5, something daft like that, at the big supermarkets. And you know, you can see why they sell quite a bit, because obviously at that price, as long as it tastes okay, it's going to sell. I've just been checking the homebrew today, just going off on a tangent. Rhubarb and ginger has got the most amazing aroma to it. You lift it up and it's like, Jesus. And that, I think, is going to be an absolute very, very interesting wine. As for the, I'll get it out in a minute. The ginger wine, yeah, that's different. All the raisins and sultanas have floated to the top now, and both bubbling away as well. So, and obviously the weather's going to perk up in the next few days, and it's going to get a bit warmer again. Ready for the bank holiday on Friday, VE Day, and wouldn't that be a great day to lay off some you know, to let go some restrictions, and so, you know, families can see each other's, and you know, keep the majority of the restrictions, but at least just a little nugget, just to stop people getting overly. Because not being able to see family, you know, it hurts. It hurts everyone, and it's tough when you can't go from house to house. Although a lot of people have been. I've seen it all over. We've got one smack facing us across the road. In fact, we've got one neighbour. They own their own shop, so they're in and out all day long. And you got the neighbours to them, and he's not at work. This young lad, and he's one night he's stopping here, one night he's back at his mum and dad's house, which obviously isn't great. So yeah, what I would say with this, it's more of a very traditional pub pint. Very subtle, low alcohol, bit thin on the mouthfeel, if I'm being honest. Obviously, it's not pedigree, but horses for courses. It's there to entice the public to buy it, and to, you know, if you're a lager drinker, this to me would be a good step into the beer waters. A slight bitterness in the back end as well. I mean, it is what it is. It's not a craft beer, so it's not meant to do, you know, what craft beers do. Oh, good twang on the tongue as well. Marstons, I went to their brewery, and they so like with my fermentation, it's done obviously in a sealed environment. Theirs isn't sealed. It's like an open top fermentation system, ever so different. You just hope birds don't fly in any day soon. Obviously they've got filters and all that, but although the bloke at Sadler's did take the mickey out of him for it. Yeah, he was saying that ours is a sealed system, not unlike somebody up the road, and you know he was getting at. It's the yeah, I can't think of what it's called now. Is it the Union Brewery System? Something along them lines. Also from Marstons, they have got Pearl Jet Black, which is the renamed Oyster Stout, which is a fantastic beer, mate, let you know. And obviously they've also got Horning Lows, the Stout and the IPA, both 7.4%, both £4 a bottle, and both very decent. I've reviewed both of them, and I will try and remember to put the links. What I'm trying to do now, because people sometimes don't see all the reviews on a certain beer, so I'll put the playlist review, the link below the reviews, so that if you do like your Marstons beers and you struggle to find, because I have done a lot of reviews, I'll put the link down there so you can actually go to it. So yeah, all very subtle, very traditional tasting beer for me. Will it appeal to the craft beer generation? Probably not. It will appeal to drinkers of more traditional beers though, and people who just want a lighter beer, maybe. Out of 5, for me, it is what it is. It won't be one of my top beers at all, obviously, but you know, it's priced to sell to the mass population, and it sells quite a lot. But yeah, not in my top 10. Out of 5, then 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, it's which is actually one below its percentage. But yeah, it is what it is. But it's not my cup of tea, if I'm being honest. Although quaffable and sessionable, if you like, you know, beers, you want to drink a fair few and you don't want to get too drunk, there's your bet. Right, thanks for watching, and stay safe and see you soon. Cheers.